Hospital while I was in college. Working in admissions, I saw firsthand the breadth of need that the VA addressed on a daily basis. At the time, our primary admissions were World War II veterans who were suffering from a wide variety of conditions, some war-related, but some not. All of those with whom I personally spoke expressed respect and appreciation for the VA, and the belief that the VA was there for them and felt they would always be there. Fast forward today, some 35 years later, and I still carry my DD-214 with me wherever I go. I do this because I know that should I ever need care and don't know where to go, the VA would be there for me and all of my fellow veterans. It's kind of a sacred pact the government made with those of us who served. Be there for us and we'll be there for you. There is a temptation for politicians to lump all of us together in a single group. In reality, veterans are a diverse group with many needs across multiple generations and demographics. The types of services needed are equally as diverse. In my opinion, the VA is unique in understanding these needs as well as accepting the moral responsibility to meet them. Discussions of privatizing the VA functions that are not driven by experts who truly understand the value veterans place on the VA are disturbing at best. And in our current environment, if taxpayer money is deemed to be appropriately spent on wasteful items such as parades in Washington, D.C., any calls to save money by diminishing the role of the VA will not be accepted by this veteran. Bottom line, my vote is my voice, and any politician who supports privatization efforts with their vote will not get mine. Now, I'm not a vet, but I'm a mom of a vet. A mom who served valiantly for 23 years. He served in Guantanamo, he served in Korea, he served 1 tour in Afghanistan and 3 tours in Iraq. At the age of 46, following his last tour in Iraq, when he was home, he had a heart attack. It was astounding to all of us who knew Rick. He was a picture of physical health. He was a triathlete, and yet here he was in the hospital with a severe heart attack. When I received the call, it was so ironic to me because he had survived so many dangerous missions. He flew with the Black Ops behind the borders as a medic, and he never was bothered by that. In fact, he kind of liked that. He liked the excitement, and he liked helping people. He flew with the wounded warriors going to Germany for the extensive kind of care they needed when they were severely hurt, and he loved doing that. But his last tour that he went on, he was taking care of babies and children who were burned in war, and he almost couldn't deal with that. So the heart attack happened. He survived the heart attack. But here's the interesting point. As a hospital administrator myself, I know this to be a fact. When my son was discharged from the hospital, he was not allowed to go home alone. He had been diagnosed while in the hospital as having severe PTSD. That would not happen in a civilian hospital. Instead of being discharged and sent on his way, they accompanied him home. They took all of the firearms he had in his house because they determined he was a threat to himself and perhaps others. He told me about that after the fact. I didn't know he had guns in the house, but he told me that, and he was so grateful because looking back, he said he really did not want to live. He couldn't sleep a night.